I'm Rain Zaben. Welcome to another episode of the Inspired Intuition, right? So I've been spending a lot of time, really a lot of time, for a very long time, thinking of like, well, what is the purpose of us being here? Like, you know, I hear all those things like, we have to save the planet and, you know, the ecosystem and the climate change, and we're destroying the planet, and how horrible humans are, and humans are like, you know, causing so much mayhem, and we need to all save the planet. And I started to wonder, I'm like, it doesn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. So I kept researching here and researching there and seeing all the different opinions, points of views, reflections on it. And I respect highly every point of view and every mission to save the planet and the climate and fight against those that are destroying and polluting the earth. I am on board with everyone's perception of where they stand regarding planet Earth, right? Our mother, basically, the earth that provides us and sustains our livelihood, right? It provides us with the food and the drinks that we have, like everything to keep us alive, right? It's the earth. So it's very mothering. I was wondering, I'm like, very interesting how we humans have a great tendency to truly believe that we are powerful enough to make or break something that the divine creator of all has created, who has also created us, right? The consciousness, the universal law, the creator, the divine God, right? That we who have been created by that source that also created this planet to sustain us, right? That we, those tiny little particles that are on the planet, plus so many more things on the planet, we think we are destroying the earth. Now, why am I speaking about this? Is because there seems to be a massive energy shift, and that energy shift is basically what I feel is saying no more war of any kind, right? Even our own emotional internal battles need to come to an end, right? Our war with everything. We're even at war with the humans that are polluting the earth. Like we are fighting against something to protect something. However, that whole perception of we are here, you know, whatever cause we're all after, right, is to fight to make it happen, right? Or to fight against something. It's like we're trying to find bad people versus good people consistently and knowing where we stand. Are we the bad people or the good people? And we're also doing it with the planet, which to me just doesn't resonate, because if the creator of all created everything, right? Dark and light, everything. I mean, everything has been created by the creator of all, right? Just think how massive that is. Then the creator of all is also taking care of the planet and is not waiting for us, who have been created by the creator of all, to assume that we're either going to make the planet or break the planet, like we are the destroyers of the planet. And there seems to be this constant human state of always being wrong, like humans are wrong, who we are is wrong, our evolution is wrong, technology is wrong. It's like there's this constant sinners and destroyers of good things are humans. And I understand where that's coming from. I understand clearly that that's due to, yes, there are a lot of humans that are doing incredibly awful things to other humans, to the planet, to to animals, to you name it. There are those humans doing those things. And there are those other humans who are not, right? Right? However, if we can just zoom out of the blame game that we've lived for God knows how long on this planet, just the blame game, blaming others, blaming myself, judging others, judging me, and this whole entire, everyone needs to take sides, right? We're constantly segregating ourselves from each other more and more and more by trying to always judge in a negative form something. However, if you just for a little bit zoom out of all that, right, as if like fly away from the planet and look at the planet as this beautiful, self-sustaining, it knows what to do, right? It's not waiting on us humans with our little minute brain ability to just see this moment and project a terrible future. It's not waiting for us humans to be like, oh, you know, this is how we'll save the planet. The planet has been here longer than every one of us that is watching this video right now, right? And like, it has been longer here than any life form of a human that has existed on the planet. It is older and wiser, and it's sustained and taken care of itself with or without us here. Like, regardless of our presence or not, the earth, the creator of this earth, has given the earth the ability, the life, to take care of itself and everything that exists on its surface, inside and above it. Like, it is self-sustaining. It is taking care of itself. We are not the ones that make hurricanes or volcanoes erupt or, you know, or any of that stuff, or the weather changes. That is no matter how much we try and come up with technologies to have more control, the planet is always doing its own thing. It is catering to its own needs and to the needs of everyone that is living on it, in it, above it, right? It doesn't matter. It's constantly producing. It's constantly producing, right? For the survival and the death of everything on it, right? So I think it's time that we break free from this judgment and blame of humans all the time, as if us humans are sinners. And it's a belief that is filtered into everything. The fear that I'm doing it wrong, you know, the fear that this planet will implode or explode or completely like lose its balance from the whole universal system due to us tiny little humans that basically only survive for as long as a blink of an eye in comparison to how long the universe has existed prior to my specific existence at this specific time, right? So the planet is taking care of itself. The planet knows, the planet has its own wisdom, because it's taken care of by the creator. There's a wisdom in the earth that we don't have and will never have. What we can do actually is to tap into that wisdom, right? And to start trusting that the planet knows what it's doing, right? That it's going through a cycle right now of its own evolution, right? That it's not us. We keep fighting against each other all the time, as it is doing its thing anyway, with or without us. I could just die tomorrow, right? And whatever I'm fighting for, right, to make this world a better place and really fighting for it, I'm still in a fighting state, and I will cease to exist tomorrow. And the planet will still exist as it desires to exist. So just think of it as this exquisite work of magical art. This beautiful earth planet is sprouting what it needs to sprout. It's taking back what it needs to take back. It knows what it needs to do for the survival of all of us here. Because we're all not going to be living on the planet for 1 million years, right? For now, our age groups are like 80, 90, 100, maybe 120. And that's nothing. That's like really like a breath in and a breath out and we're gone, right? So how about we just give it up for a little bit? we actually start to look at the earth differently. For us, if we can perceive it for its true magical traits, its ability to care for itself, its ability to show us how we can live a better life. It's not the other way around, people. It's not, right? Our egos are too much in the way of like, oh, well, No, it isn't. It's us. We gotta learn from the earth how it does what it does, right? It's not waiting for us. The Creator also is not waiting for us to shame and blame and judge everybody else, even including ourselves, for the evolution of life, of the universal evolution that has been going on way beyond our existence here, right? So let's play it down a notch and let's start admiring nature, right? Even if, oh, these people are polluting it and there's this going to happen there and that, it doesn't matter. We need to start to trust that this earth knows what it's doing because the Creator of all has given it wisdom beyond our wise abilities, our very short-lived wisdom that we acquire. The only time we become wisdom is when we can actually start to love and expand ourselves to see the beauty in which we live in instead of fighting the beauty or judging it or calling whatever is happening right now on the planet bad or calling humans bad. There are those who are doing awful things and there are those who are doing beautiful things, right? And it's not for us to personally start judging that, let alone judging the planet. So for now, if you can spend a few minutes a day admiring something about the planet, give that energy to the planet. I trust what you're doing. I trust that you know how to cater for yourself. I would like to learn through you and from you. Let's shift this whole perception of we're saving the planet, because we're not. The more we fight against something, the worse it gets. The more we perceive something as beauty, the more that becomes our evolutionary state. We will start to see more beauty. We will recognize the magic within the planet itself. Whether we interfere in it or not, it's really irrelevant. So my suggestion is, look at the sky for a few minutes and think, wow, look at a tree. Look at a blade of grass, just a blade of grass, right? Look at a fly that's living off of this earth, right? Look at the soil, the richness of the soil, right? Pick up the water out of the river or the sea and just let it drop and look at the wonder of it, how it just always goes back to where it came from. Spend time admiring planet Earth for how well it survived through all the things it has gone through, whether from the solar system or from whatever's living on it. Just admire its ability to still sustain, cater, take care, and know what it's doing, right? And release yourself from judgment and, oh, this planet, we're destroying it, because that's just a whole bunch of farce, to be quite honest, because it is going where it needs to go regardless, right? But if we can shift our perception, we will have more love to offer the planet and other people, because we won't be judging and blaming and, oh, the plastic people, right? People making plastic. That's a lot of rage and anger. That is not a place of compassion and love. And right now, we all need to remember how to feel compassion and love again, right? So the first place to start is with planet Earth. Just love it. Look at it in awe, right? Because I don't know how long I'm here for. You don't know how long you're here for. But in the meantime, wouldn't it be nice, instead of to be in argument and fight and those stupid people that are doing those things and I hate them and they're ruining and my grandchildren will have a terrible life? That's not, no, how do you know? That's your puny little mind absorbing all the news and the information of terrible things. And just free yourself a little bit and be mesmerized by Earth and how well it has catered by itself and gone through many shifts and changes and different dynamics, right? For it to become what it is today for us, and what it'll become in the future for future generations, because it's so full of wonder, right? So this is really what I wanted to share. Because when we can deal with our own inner rubbish, perceptions, right? If we can just unlock our own judgments and blame and seeing humans as terrible beings on this planet, right? Destroying this planet. And you can't seem to find love in your heart for those people that are doing plastic or wars and all this. Leave them outside of the equation and just pay attention to the planet as a planet in the solar system, created by the Creator as you have been created by the Creator. And maybe let's start to absorb the wisdom of the earth instead of thinking we are better, right? And causing more mayhem between human beings when that's not what we are seeking right now. That energy cannot exist anymore. It cannot exist anymore, right? That energy has nowhere, no home to be in anymore. But the energy of love and compassion is what's coming in. The love and compassion of our planet, knowing that it is catering to itself, trusting it knows what it is doing, and no amount of human beings can interfere in what the Creator has created. We didn't create the earth. We're here living off of it. So we cannot destroy the earth because we weren't the creators of it. You can only destroy that which you have created, and we are not the creators of earth, right? We are the inhabitants of the earth plane. That's it. The earth knows what it's doing. So I want you to think of this just for fun. Don't take things too seriously, just for fun, right? Because when you're just for fun, things open up and you're able to see outside of the zoomed in. You're just more expansive. You're more able to go into that compassionate place, even forgive yourself for it, for judging, right? And blaming yourself and others, right? So just for fun, have fun with the planet, right? Ask for its wisdom to come through you. Look at certain things and just be mesmerized by how well it's taking care of itself. It's not looking for us to take care of it. It's doing it on its own. The same way we need to take care of ourselves, right? That's part of the wisdom of the earth, right? I need to take care of me as the earth knows how to take care of itself and always produce fruits for life, right? I'm going to do the same. And that is how we start to shift our paradigm out of fear and into love, out of the need to fight, right? And become in the need to experience, right? To evolve and to grow. That's how it looks like. That's the difference, right? So instead of always fighting against, let's become with something, going towards, right? And letting go of that fight. So I hope this was helpful. There will be a lot more insights on this. It was just something that it was such a nagging desire to share this at such a deep level. I know there will be a lot of people opposing or not. Regardless of that, I just needed to share such deep inner knowing that for years as I'm searching, it's like, it just, whatever I'm hearing is right maybe for those people because it's part of their evolutionary awakening. However, when one kind of starts to really step into the divine power of life, the creator of all, there's a lot more trust that comes in with that. There's a lot more faith that comes in with that. And the best place to try it out is having faith in our planet that it knows what it's doing and it's taking care of everything. Everything is living on it because it was created by the creator of all. The true wisdom of it all. The universal wisdom created this magical place. Right? And it's time for us to give up the fight. Right? Thinking that we know better. We do not. I just want to let you know that if you're interested to know more about your soul gifts, to uncover the beautiful aspects of your own personal authentic self, I will be carrying out a 5-week course on the 11th of May. and I invite you to look at the bottom and click on the link to read more about it. And if you're interested, feel free to register. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to start it. 5 weeks, incredible time together. You will get to discover so many soul gifts about yourself, and I encourage you to click at the bottom and see, does this call for you? Take care. All right, take care of yourselves. Please hit subscribe, press like, and share with me your perception. I mean, I'm sure it shifted. Energetically, I know when I do those videos, they shift the person hearing them, and you can come up with your own thing. You can share a new insight that you got after listening to this, and share that with me. Let me know where you stand in this perception of, if I shift my perception of the planet and humanity, what shifts in my world and internally? All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.